This week on Wu Says, we take a closer look at the bigger picture around the world when it comes to tariffs. Among the questions pondered were, did Malaysia had a good tariff deal? Melisa Idris discusses this with Professor Emeritus Datuk Dr. Thye.
We got a deal that Trump has arbitrarily benchmarked to Indonesia. Indonesia, as you know, more than a week before us, got a 19%, together with the demand that Indonesia opens up its many of its agricultural markets and to buy airplanes from Boeing. In the case of Malaysia, we also have 19%, and we just placed an order for 30 more planes from Boeing on top of the 23 that we had ordered before. And we are going to be taking a new look at the import of halal food from the United States. Malaysia has had quite stringent restrictions on the import of food because of the halal content, halal procedure requirement. And the Americans have now argued that they're just as good in dishing out halal food as we are. And furthermore, the negotiations are not all done yet because there are still negotiations on certain deregulatory steps that are not specified. One thing that the Americans have not insisted on is the amendment of government procurement procedures, because right now the government's procurement practices tends to favor a particular community over other providers, which means that it shuts out the Americans as well as some other communities in Malaysia. This is a red line that I think Anwar talked about, and which the Americans have chosen not to demand concessions on. But this is, you got to understand, the Philippines also got 19%, so has Cambodia, so has Thailand. So the 19% is clearly a line they drew up for this group of potentially, these are important countries for U.S. strategic consideration. So we will treat them quite uniformly.
Okay. So
Vietnam is 20%.
Catch the full conversation of this on all AWANI international social media accounts.